Watch it peel back.
What's going on, guys? My name is Freedo, also known as the self-proclaimed king of codcasting. King of codcasting? This is your first one, Freedo. I know! Crazy, isn't it? Dominated on my first try. Let's hope. Be very critical of me in the comments, please. I want to make this the premier codcasting channel when Black Ops 2 comes out, but I want to get as much practice as possible in MW3. That being said, if you have any game battle style games in your Xbox Live, has to be Xbox, don't have PS3, Vault, hit me up, message me on anything, and I will probably use it in a codcasting episode. But what we're looking at here is my buddy EoA Mitchell and his team EoA in a search and destroy match in a Game Battles variant tournament, which was free to join but had a cash prize sponsored by something or other. Doesn't matter. But there was a cash prize to win, I believe $500, so pretty good chunk of money at stake. But 3 players on EoA go down instantaneously. A rush plant happens at B, and they are pretty much in a bad position here. This is EoA Colossal. Between a rock and a hard place here, the bomb planted. He knows there's an enemy at least in that hallway, gets a check on him, but shoots back, and the guy runs away. Between a rock and a hard place again, like I said, runs out to plant. Runs out to defuse, but gets cleaned up. I know a lot of people don't like search and destroy, and there's not like a magic wand I can just wave over this gameplay and make it interesting to you. I hope to wave my magical voice over it as best as I can, make it understandable at least. It is a very competitive game mode, but it is slow. There's only, I believe, let's say 28 possible kills that one team can get. How did I do that math? Well, there's 7 possible rounds and 4 teammates. 7 times 4. Mitchell gets a stun hit marker and a Semtex, jumps for a headshot, but is not able to connect. He had a very, very small window for him to put those bullets into, and the PP90 just was not accurate enough, as Asian Rage just took him out with a clean headshot. Now, we're going to see what they're going to do. They went down a man very quickly. Okay, these are the 3 enemy teams. Alpha is up here, Sharp Eye by the tables, watching the back. Asian Rages and Zerplex here at patio. They sent 2 guys to patio, which is fairly interesting to me. They're very hell-bent set on securing the patio in the top of middle, which is a pretty smart idea because that is the gateway to B. As you can see, the guy on top of the barrel head glitch is able to see all the way into the offensive team's spawn towards the patio entrance, so the very powerful position to take there. EoA playing this slow. Let's check up on them, see where else they are. Keep in mind that the spectating features in MW3 are not even close to what we're going to get in Black Ops 2. I cannot go in first person unless the player who got this recording looked at that player in first person. If that makes any sense, not going to waste my time explaining it, but just know I can't go in first person on everybody. But I can check where they are from time to time. Sheaves here playing it safe, sneaking in and out. Did make a shot at a guy up top. Alpha, though, standing firm here up top, waiting for someone to come, and I believe, yeah, Rages has his back. So they have a nice little watching their back system here set up. This is how you'll see defensive teams put themselves together, and Colossal actually was able to push up from outside street and took out Sharp Eye, who was over there on the side by the tables, and gets another guy behind the A-head glitch, but Asian Rages takes him out from the top of the patio. There's a cute little line of sight, as you can see, over the top of that doorway. You can just barely see it here. That's where he was able to take out Colossal, and pretty much that was the pivotal point of them losing this round. If EoA was able to sneak around there and secure the spawn, I think they would have been able to plant and win the round fairly easily. Planting at A is a little more beneficial, if you ask me, because there's fewer routes to watch. It's a little bit stronger of a plant, but it's harder to obtain. That being said, I think Bootleg is probably one of the best search and destroy maps in MW3 for that reason. It's got a nice little balance to it. A quick B rush if you're able to get there, which it seems like the other team is going to be there. Alpha, I think, gets a kill there. I'm not sure. No, he did not, but they do get a plant down. I'm going to go ahead and blame this on Sheaves because he did not push up into the bottom B, which you're going to have to do on defense. Even though you don't want to play aggressive, you want to be able to control the space, and it just did not happen here. Colossal, the last man out once again. Gets some shots into somebody behind the head glitch of the bomb, but gets cleaned up easily. EoA down 0-3 in this already is going to need to make a very big comeback to have a hope of winning this. Though this is a replay, I am unsure about the outcome because I have not seen this before. We're going to find out together. Mitch said it was a good match. I didn't want to know whether they won or lost, but we'll see. I'm not opposed to putting up losses. This isn't like a normal video upload where you want to do very good. Obviously, it's a competitive match, more of like a sports event. You know, it's whatever happens, happens. Mitchell utilizing this cute line of sight here. It's very good for taking out that head glitch right there, and he does. Hook, line, and sinker able to take him out. Checking the barrel head glitch now. Let's see if you can get, I believe they always sent Zerp, whatever his name is, to that barrel head glitch, and there he does show up, but he's not able to clean him up. Put as good of shots as I think he was capable of putting into him, though. They do plant the bomb at B, and Mitch here doing a little snaking maneuver, hoping to catch him jumping on that head glitch once again. 4 up for EoA right now, looking in a very strong position, but Asian Rages makes it past Mitchell, kills a guy on top, and then comes back, kills Mitchell, but also kills one of his teammates. Unfortunate series of events there because they could have had a big advantage, whereas it's just a small advantage here. The bomb's ticking down. I believe I saw 20 seconds left. SnD's clean up Mr. Sharp Eye here. Someone just, Asian Rages just gets a fake defuse, checks back at Bike Wreck, but SnD is already around the corner. Takes out Colossal from the street, but SnD cleans him up. EoA, strong offensive showing right there. Let's see if they're able to push this momentum into more rounds as SnD cleans him up with a PP90. I would say the basic configuration here for bootleg, you're going to want to send your submachine guns to the bottom middle and just control that as best you can, and then have your ARs on the outside. That's what you see every team do. That's the most simple configuration. Most importantly, let's find out if EoA plays stronger to the center. It looks like they are. I want to get an eye on the guy going to the center. Unable to pick who I want because this isn't Black Ops 2, but Sheaves does pick up a kill, catches a guy off guard. Alpha was expecting him to come through the small hall, but he already passed through, and Sheaves gets a huge flank. SnD gets a guy, which I believe would have been outside patio. Now they're up 4-1. Very strong defensive round, and you can just goes to show you the strength of controlling the bottom center. The most important thing to get right off the bat. I'd say those are the hardest kills. In Call of Duty, not every kill is created equal, most definitely. And I'd say you want to send your best player, your strongest SMG gun to bottom center to clean that up and control it. Because if you don't, you're going to get planted on, like EoA found out multiple rounds in a row. Now, the last player on the other team, Zerplex, was able to sneak around back. It seems like Mitchell and his teammates think they're behind him, judging by their posture, but Mitchell and SnD are set up in a very nice watching each other's back type situation here on the patio. Mitchell able to watch the bottom here, as well as see if Zerplex sneaks around and checks around round A. And even if Zerplex does plant, they can easily clean him up or at least contain him. Zerplex able to pick up a guy outside of street. Sheaves there goes down. So now Mitchell wants to clean up street in case he pushes out. Waiting for it here. Where is Zerplex? In fact, still contained at street. SnD's back here at the spawn, waiting to see if Zerplex comes back. They want to get themselves in a position where they won't get pushed, but they still want to watch the lines of sight. I'm really liking what EoA is doing here, except Mitchell is in a very dangerous position if Zerplex was coming back to check. Mitchell pushing back up street. Zerplex on top of middle now. Coming down, looking to go to A. Mitchell decides to come back to check A. SnD is going there as well because he isn't planning B. Very slow, very check your corners type situation. I liked how cautious each player took every single line of sight as they cleared back to check for the A plant. Shut that down easily. The things that separate smart and good search and destroy players on a competitive level is how easily or how well they clear through areas. Sprinting around with like a chicken with your head cut off is not going to work on game battles, because if Zerplex was posted up in a position and checking and you run around a corner, that can be the difference between your team winning and losing. Very cautious play there as they picked up that 2 versus 1 very neatly. Now, Mitchell has been having interesting time with this patio. Gets a hit marker with a stun again. throws a nade perfectly to the stairs, but only gets a hit marker, and the other team gets a hit marker on him as well. Going to try to utilize this white blockhead glitch. But the problem with it, as you can see as he's snaking up and down, it isn't perfect. Now, it is perfect if he takes it from this angle, but it's a very limited field of view. That barrel head glitch is stronger, but Asian Rages does not go to the barrel, goes to the stairs instead and gets his head picked off. I wasn't able to even see his head. Mitchell taking off people's heads before I'm even able to see it myself. Great clean shots there. Mitch, known as an objective player, as I've said in previous video, but he is a very strong AR player as well. He can basically do whatever he wants to. Gunfight out here on the outside of street. Colossal, pretty accurate and good at taking care of this street side. He keeps going that way. Puts some shots into somebody in the bottom middle. Believe it was Alpha, but he runs back. Securing that location. Mitchell catches a guy flanking. Mr. Sharp Eye sticking his hand in the cookie jar. Mitchell slaps it out. Using a very cute line of sight again. Mitchell abusing lines of sight to the best of his ability. That chicken coop very strong for watching the flank from patio. Now you might sit there and complain and say he's camping, but really, whenever you take the risk on defense and flanking into the other team's spawn, you're going to have to expect the other team to be there. It's a very risk-reward situation. If he was able to get through and flank uncontested, he could have cleaned up one or maybe two players and dominated the defensive round. That's the thing with defense. If you push into the other team's spawn and able to disrupt them, you may get an easier defense than you would if you just camped it out. But really, the best thing to do for the other team right now is to play clean and just camp back. But Mitchell abuses that line of sight again. And another, who was that? Mr. Sharp Eye pushing into the other team's spawn. Didn't he learn from the last offensive round? I'm really surprised Mr. Sharp Eye played that aggressively. Getting slapped again. Mitchell's not letting anybody in his cookie jar today. I really think Sharp Eye may have caused this to be a lost round, as Colossal picks up DXG, or Alpha DXG, camping outside of that street. And now I think it's 4v1. Zerplex, the last player here, making his way outside patio. And let's just face it, the other team here played far too aggressively on defense. They got impatient, and Mitchell made him pay. He got 3 kills this round. Amazing comeback, and all he had to do is play strong to this outside flank route, and he made them pay. EoA comes up with the victory here. My very first CODcast, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. A little bit on the longer side, 7 rounds of Search and Destroy. A little slow. Hope I was able to show you a few things and color commentate this to make it interesting. Please be as hard as possible on me as I stutter with my outro. Please be as hard as possible on me on this video in the comments. If there's something you don't like, be very honest about it. Don't give it a like unless you think it really deserved it. I want this channel to be the best CODcasting channel it can be, and hopefully be the best CODcasting channel on YouTube. My name is Freedo. I don't do outros.